Mm, can't you see I'm coming to America? That was really bad. I don't care. Guys, Coming to America 2021. I like this movie. It's funny, it's got heart. Like it was genuinely down to earth. I didn't expect that. I was just expecting it. My expectations were like I was scared because I thought, what's this movie gonna be? Is it gonna be something that's trying too hard to outdo itself? Because the first one is iconic, right? And ironically, the reason why this movie is so great is because it recognizes it's got a big brother, the original, the OG coming to America. But both the story and just like the message and the symbolism of the movie is basically just pointing to one thing. Guys, we know we can't be as great as the greats out there, as the OGs. Let's just try and concentrate on having a good time right here, right now, while we can, right? That's what this movie is basically. First, the first way it does that is probably through the actors in this movie. Now, this movie like reintroduces characters that you've seen before, of course. Eddie Murphy as Prince Akeem, Simi, Arsenio Hall, a bag of other people. Some usual like funny tropes that you see from the first movie as well. And I realized quickly that this movie was making me laugh in a way that I haven't laughed in a long time. And you can tell that's because when they wrote this movie, I checked who wrote this movie. It's the same writers from the first one, Eddie Murphy, and then for the life, oh fuck, I can't remember the other guys. But you know who they are if you've done your research. They clearly know what needs to go into the franchise. It's almost like stuff you associate for people who watch Cobra Kai with that, or people like I guess Bad Boys 3 in my opinion technically counts. There's certain franchises where there's an exception to the rule of just ruining it with time. Some things are just perfectly preserved, and they knew through the writers, having the same writers and having the same people who were given, obviously they're older now, but their performance as well, it just felt like, yes, this is something that is like I'm getting the most out of this experience, but it's not just a repeat of the first one. And that came through the laughs. It came through the laughs. But also came through the heart. And that was something that surprised me about this movie. Again, there are things that I'm sure some naysayers will say, oh, this is just a repeat of the first movie. But I actually liked how you saw certain things like reflected back at us from back in the day when the first film came out, or whenever you watched the first film, because obviously I'm not I'm young enough to not be around when the first one came out. But clearly, there are things that people lost perspective on, right? Certain characters, certain people, and I don't just mean the older characters. I mean some of the younger characters. But they still managed somehow to make people kind of not just be black or white in the story. And I don't know why. I think because I just think of it first and foremost as a comedy, and I don't think of it in terms of the seriousness of the movie. So I was thinking, wow, Come to America. Why do I feel like it's teaching me something? You know what I mean? All this talk about uh cancel culture and like how some certain old school values are like they're done with, so, rightly so in some cases. This just was a simple story about how sometimes you just need to think about the person you used to be when you were more like fiery and you wanted more for yourself and for people around you than just doing things like your dad's, doing things like your mom, doing things like in a boxed in way. Tradition isn't everything, but tradition does a lot. Like, I still respected the tradition certain things that were done in the first movie, certain things that are done in this kingdom, but it was respectful at the same time, and I love that about this movie. And then lastly, what else? Yeah, I mentioned Eddie, who was good in this movie, but hats off to Wesley Snipes in this movie. Funny as heck. I love that. Oh my god. Wesley, Leslie Jones, she was cool in this. Who else was so fun? There were so many things, like references that just came out. I was like, God damn, I didn't see that coming. Like casual stuff. They pulled out the stops of this movie. I have nothing but like good things to say about it. The only things that I say there were very minor drawbacks. It's just me. I'm nitpicking now. Slightly. There were certain returning characters that I was like, I'm over it. Like, I heard you talk once or twice, and then I'm like, it's not the same effect. But this movie again, the message of this movie: stop trying to look at things like they're back in the day. Again, just enjoy the moment here and now. That's what this movie is. It's just trying to be good on its own, but it recognizes that it's part of a bigger thing, and it doesn't disrespect it. And I love that about this movie. And guys, I don't really have much thoughts apart from that. I'm trying to think of like other things. Nope. That's pretty much it. You have to tell me down below, guys. What did you think of this movie? Did you were you finding it funny as well, like I was, or was it like for you, or did you not like it at all in terms of laughs? Did you think it had heart like I did? I do think it had heart. Tell me your thoughts again. Like I said, press that thumbs up button if you like this video. Feel free to check out some other videos. Share. And lastly, press that sub button. Subscribe. Don't be shy. Apart from that, guys, I'm out. Salute.